Welcome back to the class. In continuation, this is the middle part of the poem on blindness, and now let's see line to line reading and then after explanation. To serve there with my maker and present my true account, lest he returning child. You see, you must take notice of punctuation mark. Whenever you are reading a certain stanza or paragraph, you must pay attention to the punctuation mark. Otherwise, your reading will be dull and dreamy. That God exact day labor, light denied. I fondly ask, but patience to prevent. What prevent? That murmur soon replied. God doth not need either man's work or his own gifts. Who best? There are some more lines remaining in the poem. So see, to serve there with my maker. Maker means God. And present means put up. My true account. Account means not accountancy of commerce. Account means the work done by poet. Lest he returning child. Child means scold or rebuke. That means touch. God exact. Exact means demand or ask. Deliver means work or to write, compose poetry. Light denied. Light denied means taking away his eyesight or extends his eyesight. I fondly means foolishly. Ask but patience. You all know patience, that is help. To prevent means stop. That murmur. Murmur means slow volume, slow sound. Soon replies God that. Again that means does not need either man's work. The poet tells. His soul is very excited and jealous to compose some fine poet and appreciate God in those poems, because he fears when he returns to God. It is said in Hindu methodology, after our death he returns to other world, and when we returns to other world and meets God, we are asked to present our account of works done on the earth. So he is remembering those feelings or those things of Hindu methodology, and he tells he has this fear within himself when he returns to God after death. God will certainly ask him, Mr. Milton, put your account of birth done by you on the earth, because you were blessed with a poetic talent by him. And have you used this talent or not? How much work you have done by using that talent? So like that, feelings, emotions arise within himself. God calculates. I fondly. Whenever one is utterly depressed, disappointed or in tension, so one loses self-control. One loses the balance of mind. In this depression feeling, poet has also lost his balance of mind, and for a second he has gone foolish, and in foolishness he asking a question to God. How you are called the greatest judge of this universe? You never make injustice with anyone. And what is this justice? What is your greatness? You have taken away my eyesight. You have made me blind in the middle of it. And still you demand exact, still you ask me to serve you by composing poems and admire you in those poems. Then, but patience. Here patience word has been also personified. Personified, there is a figure of speech, personification. Word patience is lifeless or non-living, but it has been used as a person there. This is why personification, figure of speech is in this line. To prevent. Then the poet suddenly realizes a murmuring sound within himself. This is the voice of his patience. And voice makes him alert or warns him. What warns him? God does not need either. Milton, you are foolish. You don't know what God is. You don't know the greatness of God. You are doing a great sickness. God never demands either Dhirendra or any human or any creation created by him to serve him or work for him. He doesn't demand the service of even those who are his best gift or who are always devotee to him, always lost in the admiration or worship of God. He doesn't demand the service of even such persons. This is why one should never be complaintive to God. तो हिंदी में शॉर्ट में समझ लीजिए कि यहाँ कभी निराशा की अवस्था में अपने कुछ समय के लिए अपने मानसिक संतुलन को खो देता है और वो कहता है एक तरफ तो उसकी अंतरात्मा कवि की ईश्वर की प्रशंसा में काव्य रचना करना चाहती है, क्योंकि उसे डर है जब लौट कर उस परलोक में जाएगा तो ईश्वर उससे उसके कार्यों का हिसाब मांगेंगे। क्योंकि हिंदू धर्म में ऐसा कहा जाता है कि जब भी व्यक्ति मृत्यु के बाद लौट कर दूसरे लोक में जाता है तो उसके कर्मों का, इस पृथ्वी के कर्मों का हिसाब उससे मांगा जाता है और उसी मेथोडोलॉजी का यहाँ प्रयोग करते हुए कह रहा है उससे भी ईश्वर हिसाब मांगेगा। और जब वो ये हिसाब नहीं दे पाएगा तो ईश्वर नाराज होकर उसको डांटेंगे, लेकिन वो फिर धैर्य उसके अंदर का जवाब देता है। ईश्वर किसी से कोई सेवा नहीं चाहता है, ईश्वर को उन लोगों से भी सेवा नहीं चाहिए जो उसके सच्चे भक्त हैं और हमेशा उसकी सेवा में, उपासना में रत रहते हैं। ऐसे लोगों से भी, अपने बेस्ट गिफ्ट से भी वो कभी सेवा नहीं मांगता है। Thus, in the final lines of the poem, the poet realizes the greatness of God and he also accepts the justice done to him by God. So you should study this video and you also study the lines in the poem. If you have any problem, again I would suggest you